On the final Friday in the month of September, two teams evenly matched take to the field in Oakdale, Minnesota as the Tartan Titans take on the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. You're joining us at the perfect time. The ball is up and we're underway here from Tartan High School in Oakdale, Minnesota. A brief miscue on the return for Cretin-Derham Hall to begin this game results in a long field ahead for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders as Daniel Tolson not handle the kickoff cleanly. And so Cretin-Derham Hall takes over 1st and 10. So Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders and the Tartan Titans, two teams separated by about 5 nautical miles as they go head-to-head. Both teams with 3-1 records here on Suburban Community Channel's TV 19. Alex Wested here from high atop the brand new press box here at Tartan High School in Oakdale, Minnesota, as each of these teams will have the opportunity to show what they're worth here. Each team, their record 3-1, the way that they have arrived at that 3-1 mark, different over the course of the beginning part of the season. On 1st and 10, the handoff for the Raiders, attacking the right side of the defensive line for Tartan. It'll be a pickup of about 3 yards on 1st down for the feature back, Jadale Thompson. And it'll be 2nd down and about 7. Thompson on the year in the 4 games for Cretin-Derham Hall, 57 carries, 499 yards. That cut, he tried to go to the left side, but that left was closed down quickly by Tartan. Good adjustment by Thompson to go back to that right side. Quarterback today, Isaac Johnson, on 2nd down and 7. Steps up into the pocket, throws it over the middle. That pass is complete for Sam Heath. He's down to the 28, make it the 28 on the dot. It's 1st down for Cretin-Derham Hall. Raiders did not win the coin toss. Tartan won it. They deferred their choice of the second half. The Raiders will be moving from south to north here in this first quarter of play. Always want that first throw by a quarterback to be on target and on time. And Sam Heath, the leading yards per catch receiver, the benefactor there. Fresh set of downs for the Raiders. Cut move for Thompson. It's further deeper into the secondary for Tartan High School. Across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. And the second time on this drive, the Raiders pick up a fresh set of downs. Great pulls by the offensive line, and almost that first play design that Cretin-Derham Hall had where they attempted to attack the left side, and that time more successful than it was on the second iteration of it. So 1st and 10 for Cretin-Derham Hall at the 47-yard line. 10:31 left to go in this opening quarter of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. Johnson out of the gun. Thompson in the backfield with him. He'll send a receiver in motion to the near side. Handoff goes back to Thompson. Thompson denied on the right side, cuts it back to the near side across the 50, down to the 40. He's got one man to beat if he can pick up that block. He was able to do so briefly, but he's pulled out of bounds at the 15-yard line on a tackle by Martin Kelly Brown, the 6-foot-tall, 200 senior for the Tartan Titans, and another fresh set of downs for Cretin-Derham Hall. Really, Thompson, opportunities where you can see that the play stops. He can develop it to the near side, juke if he needs to. Wear number 5, number 5 once worn by Trey Holloman, currently playing basketball for the Michigan State Spartans in the Big Ten Conference. He's got big shoes to fill. So far, with a couple of carries that Thompson has had, he's done exactly that. It's 1st down and 10 for Cretin-Derham Hall at the 15-yard line. Johnson drops back to pass, fires a bullet to the left side where it's complete to Kukurabaman. That's another pickup of about 6 yards as Caleb Kukurabaman picks up his 4th reception on the year. He had 24 yards on 3 receptions entering play tonight. Picks up 6 there at 2nd down and 4. Cretin-Derham Hall as a team, they started their season at TCO under the lights against St. Thomas Academy, a very big private school rivalry. After that loss, I think it was 28-14, that scoreline. Rattled off 3 straight wins. Play their home games not at Cretin-Derham Hall, but instead at St. Thomas, at Palmer Field at O'Shaughnessy on the campus of the University of St. Thomas. 2nd down and 4. Plenty of time for Johnson. He'll step out of the pocket. Johnson fires to the end zone, batted around and caught for the touchdown. Dre Frierson Holly picks up his 6th touchdown. And the Raiders on the board first. It's 6-0, Cretin-Derham Hall.
To number 10, Dre Frierson Holly. Plays out in a Raiders touchdown.
Great pocket held by Cretin-Derham Hall. And steps up close to being over the line there. Of course, the quarterback cannot make a throw once past the line of scrimmage, but no harm, no foul there by the officiating crew. Now with Jimmy Desa on to kick the extra point. It's a leg into it, it's up and it's through. And with that extra point made, it was 12 of 13 entering play tonight. On the point after try, he's now 13 of 14. Don't tell the common man, Dan Cole. So a great drive by Cretin-Derham Hall. It only took 2 minutes, 3 seconds off the clock. Results in that passing touchdown for the Raiders, as that'll go Isaac Johnson to Kukoro Bowman. And Matt Dideker looking at the scoreboard, and before you even have a chance to settle into the game, you're trailing 7-0. Of course, a lot of time remains here in this one. Kim Royston, head coach of the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. One of the great storied programs in the state of Minnesota and the state of the Minnesota State High School League for that matter. Of course, the names that you think of not just here in Minnesota, but professionally as well. A lot of great football players, athletes, period. Let's just be honest. Athletes, period, have come out of the doors of Cretin-Derham Hall High School in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota, in the Highland Park neighborhood. Now, how does Tartan respond? We'll find out. Their receivers are back deep, of course, on the kickoff. One of them is Jadrian Chan on the near side of your screen. Ball is booted high. Chan on the return. Have it from the 10 to the 15. Tries to create space to the left side, but runs into an army of Raiders. He will go no further, and Tartan will take over. First and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Our first crack at the Tartan Titan offense here today. The schedule for Tartan, for what has been, is the inverse of what it's been for Cretin-Derham Hall. Raiders have started with a loss, rattled off 3 wins. Tartan now 3 wins to start their season at Rochester Century. Home to St. Paul, Harding, and Humboldt, at Bloomington Kennedy, dropping last week's game on Saturday to Bloomington Jefferson here at Tartan High School. What do the Titans have on first down and 10? It's I formation. The handoff goes to the right side of that formation. And Malik Hassan, the first carry of the night for Tartan in the Air Force blue and gray, goes backward for a yard. The first carrier stopper for the Raiders of Cretin-Derham Hall was Charlie Barch, the junior, who came up and made the play. There is a Titan who is down, and Raheem Shabazz is that Titan, 5'9", 205 senior, who is down on the turf as of this time. 9:39 left to go in the first quarter of play. 7-0. Cretin-Derham Hall leads over the Tartan Titans. Well, it's been one of the big storylines that we've seen here at Tartan High School, this beautiful multiple $1 million renovation of this almost 50-year-old high school now that continues to get better and continues to improve. I haven't been over in this Oakdale neighborhood for a little while. I won't tell you why. But everything about this renovation for Tartan High School has just been stellar. In fact, if you look at the far side of your screen, you see those bleachers over there off in the distance. For so many years, Suburban Community Channels, whether it be soccer, lacrosse, football, we broadcasted from that far side, where there was at one point a wooden press box on the far side of the field, where we were a little more exposed to the elements, one might say. But now, of course, we get to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful new press box here in Oakdale at Tartan High School. And for the first time, at least in my knowledge of SCC, we get to see the Tartan Titan logo the right way up. Second down and 11. It's a play action pass that was too long out of the hands of Isaac O, looking for Joseph Varner. Pass is incomplete. It's third down and 11. Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders starting defense hitting the scroll on the bottom of your screen. This first quarter, they have been spectacular in not allowing points this season. Their point differential in the first quarter through 4 games, a halfway point in this 2025 boys football season. 41 points for Cretin-Derham Hall, 10 points allowed by Cretin-Derham Hall. They do not allow a lot of passing yards per game either, just 43.8 passing yards per game for the purple and gold. Play action again on 3rd and 11. Another ball looking for Joseph Varner over the middle, and that one too falls incomplete. Sam Roscoe is in coverage for Cretin-Derham Hall, and it's a 3 and out for the Tartan Titans on their inaugural drive of this game tonight. Arguably for Tartan, the reads have been there, passes have been there, the opportunities have been there. So if I'm the Titans, I look at that and I say, well, good things are coming. We just got to be a little patient. The temptation is you have a 3 and out on your opening drive and it doesn't quite work your way. Well, throw the bow one way or another. Daniel Tolson back to receive the punt. He stands at his own 50. The whistle will blow. The laundry will fly. And for our first time tonight, we'll hear the dulcet tones of Ben Marks, our head official.
Previous spot, still 4th down.
It's a false start penalty and infraction against the Tartan Titans. He'll back up 5. At least now with where this penalty will put the ball back, should be great field position here for Cretin-Derham Hall. As a returner, Tolson now stands at the Tartan 45. Titans to punt. Lamont Smith gets under it on the return. Tolson lost the handle on it. This will take a bounce in favor of Tartan. As the ball right back to midfield. Second ball today that Tolson has not fielded cleanly on kicks. That time almost disastrous. So if anything, the kicking for Tartan has been the better, where that time you could see where Tolson came up on the ball, tried to play it high in the air, and that didn't work out quite in his favor. So a short field for Cretin-Derham Hall. The Tartan Titans needing a stop here, trailing 7-0 with 9:18 left to go in this game's opening quarter. Great first drive for the Raider offense. Isaac Johnson send a man in motion. Frierson Holly, who had the receiving touchdown. And off to Thompson. Thompson to the left side, picks up a gain of about 1 yard. Running right into the heart of this defensive line for the Tartan Titans. Among them, 2 certainly big bodies. John Wenker at 6'1", 235, and Bryce Couch at 6'4", 251 on the tackle for Tartan. Second down and 9 for Cretin-Derham Hall. They'll approach the line, leading 7-0 here in this opening quarter of play. Johnson back out of the shotgun. Jadale Thompson in the backfield with him to his left. On the draw, Thompson takes some space to the left side. Thompson across the 40, will not go down. And finally held on to for dear life. The tackle made by the Titans, Weil Rutherford. The advantage of having that great pass game for Cretin-Derham Hall is you can use that draw with effectiveness. It helps as well, of course, when you have a runner with the ability of Jadale Thompson. Or not just the first, the second, the third, but the 4th or 5th contact was what was needed in order to bring him down. First down and 10 for Cretin-Derham Hall. Ball spotted just at the 31. Johnson steps up, looking for the right side, and the pass is caught. Touchdown! Raiders on the board. Sam Heath picks up his 3rd on a teardrop shot for Isaac Johnson. 13-0 Cretin-Derham Hall.
Raiders touchdown.
Great protection by the offensive line. And Johnson with a perfect pass. Looking long for Sam Heath. Picks up his 3rd touchdown. Now it'll be a chance for the point after try. So 2 passing touchdowns already. Both of them have been excellent. Jimmy Desa on for the point after try. Ball is down, the kick is up. It's not strong, but it's strong enough And just like that, about 3 minutes and 10 seconds into this game, actually 4 minutes and 10 seconds, Cretin-Derham Hall leads the Tartan Titans by a score of 14-0. Now we take a look at this pass again, that great protection, that great pocket, and that focus to be able to hold on to the ball. Heath was tangled up with Kevin Wilson all the way down in the slot on that far side. And just that last moment of separation for Sam Heath. As the Titans will go back out looking to be able to put score on the board themselves. Joseph Varner back to return, as well as the one who received it previously, Jadrian Chan. Jan Seablum to kick off for Cretin-Derham Hall. Seablum with the drive. Here to the near side, Chan will field it in the end zone for a touchback. And that'll be better starting field position on this drive for the Tartan Titans, who went 3 and out their last time and now have to be able to respond somehow in this drive to put themselves in a better position. And here's our officiating crew tonight: Ben Marks, Ben Young, Will Dietzman, Jonathan Brewer, and John Hardgrove. Ben Marks is our lead official tonight. You'll be hearing from him over the course of the night as it progresses when the yellow flag flies. First and 10. Titans I formation, Titans jump. And we'll hear from Ben Marks.
Start. 5 on the offense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, still first down.
Penalty on the play, false start.
Lamont Smith, the guilty party, the 6'5"
Still first down.
senior for the Tartan Titans. Not the start on this drive that Tartan was looking for. Titans back to the eye on 1st and 15. Hand off near side. Hassan runs to the tackle. There'll be helmets on the hats. That is delivered there. It'll be a short pickup for Hassan. Looks like he'll get 2, pending the official footing of the official on our far side. That'll set up a second down at about 13. Now, we mentioned on the last drive for Tartan how good this Cretin-Derham Hall defense had been at not giving up points in the first quarter, just 10 in their first 4 games. See what they do on the second down. Play action drive, pass is incomplete. Out of the hands, it was intended quickly for Anthony Clay Bakari. And it's incomplete for 3rd down. So now 5 plays that Tartan has run. 3 of the 5 have been play action. We'll see what happens here. Isaac O back in at quarterback. Tartan has had a number of good quarterbacks over the years. Brandon Lockhart was the one that most recently comes to memory. Also played baseball, played Division III baseball at Augsburg University. On 3rd down and 13. O under center in the eye. He'll drop back. Pocket collapses. He'll step up, looking to run with it. O runs right into Amari Muhammad, who will pick up a total of about 4 yards, but it'll still be short of the line of gain. It's 4th down. And a great job really by U to keep this play alive. You're setting up the run game with the I formation, but it doesn't give you that time to drop back, and it doesn't give you that extra time to avoid pressure delivered, whether it be from a defensive line, linebacker, or even from the secondary. So as a result, good decision to tuck it down and run. Punt delivered by Lamont Smith. Tolson will wave this one off, and it'll take a bounce. As the wave had been made by Tolson, Tolson will pick it up there. Tolson to the right side. He's forced and followed out of bounds by Joseph Varner. And the spot of this ball will be in Titan territory at the 49-yard line. So for the Titans, a second 3 and out gives Cretin-Derham Hall another chance to to be able to put points on the scoreboard, leading 14-0 here in the early going. Beautiful pass in the last drive for Cretin-Derham Hall. Johnson to Heath. Previous pass for the touchdown for Cretin-Derham Hall was Johnson to Fryson Hawley. They'll operate out of the shotgun again. Johnson throws out of the backfield to Thompson. Thompson ahead of steam across the 40 down to the 30 and looking for that extra edge, but forced out of bounds by Martin Kelly Brown. And another first down for Cretin-Derham Hall. There's a flag on the play, however. And we'll hear from Ben Marks.
Center runs a 25. You got to hold on 88 white. Hold 88 white from your flag. Yep. Okay, good spot. So we're going to go back 10 from the 40, 88 white. Holding. Number 88 on the offense. 10-yard penalty been forced from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
And you heard it directly in that conversation. That was some great audio. Holding on the near side. Assessed against Cretin-Derham Hall. Be Henry Fontaine, the guilty party. Right there, you can see that spot. Matt Burke, the place that I work now, Keller Williams Preferred Realty in Burnsville, came down and gave us some pointers on the game of football. He said there's a very fine line between grabbing and holding. And for the officials, and Mr. Burke, of course, knows this better than just about anybody in the state of Minnesota, being able to toe that fine line between grabbing and holding is such an important part of the blocking game. Ball comes back on the midfield stripe. It'll be a pickup on the 1st and 11, makes it 2nd down and 5. Mr. Dale Thompson, the bellwether for Cretin-Derham Hall. He'll pick up what'll be 5 yards. My eyes were just a little bit off. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Here for Cretin-Derham Hall. Raiders have had a couple of 3rd down opportunities today. Tartan's able to force one here. I think with what we've seen out of the Cretin-Derham Hall offense, that would be a success. On 2nd and 6, he'll step out of the pocket. Pass is complete once more to Fryson Hawley. Fryson Hawley across the 30 down to the 25, where he is tackled there by Wild Rutherford. And another first down for Cretin-Derham Hall, and the Raiders continue their march here in Oakdale.
Play results in a Raiders first down.
And it's amazing how that pocket collapses, but Isaac Johnson able to step up, recognize the receiver that's open. You could argue on the first touchdown pass, maybe he was over the line, but ultimately it doesn't matter if the penalty flag doesn't fly. So for Johnson again, haven't been infractioned by it, haven't been penalized by it so far. Why not keep going to that well if you can? On the draw. Hand off to the right side for Thompson. Thompson's met immediately this time. He won't go much further. It'll be a gain of 1 for Cretin-Derham Hall and for their feature back, Thompson. Tackle was delivered by John Wanker for the Tartan Titans, and the clock continues to run. 4:29 left to go in this opening quarter of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. A pair of 3-1 teams looking to prove their mettle and prove their worth. Their schedules certainly get harder after tonight. We'll talk about those as the night goes on. On 2nd and 9, steps up out of the pocket. Pass is complete towards the end zone. Another touchdown. Dre Fryerson Hawley picks up his 3rd, his 2nd of this opening quarter. And the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders lead by a score of 20-0 with 4:07 to go in quarter number 1. Those goes have been stellar. Certainly, less of a go route there, more of that fade into the goalpost. But just enough separation by Fryerson Hawley, and points on the board again. Tim Desa on for the point after try. He's 2 for 2 so far. He'll make it 3 for 3.
Number 27,
so another touchdown on the board for Cretin-Derham Hall. And that will make it 21-0. Raiders here in the opening quarter of play. There is a penalty marker that is down. We'll hear from Ben Marks as to the infraction and what happens in this moment.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense number 27. That 15-yard penalty been forced on the kickoff. The score counts.
3 penalties assessed against Tartan in this first quarter. 25 penalty yards. Cretin-Derham Hall so far, none. And the ball on the kickoff will be spotted in Tartan territory. Jim Dason, you see the good jump on the right side, and contact was delivered. So in my opinion, was there running into the kicker? Yeah. By definition, I would say so. Did it affect the kick? Well, clearly not. It was clear and true. But instead, it gives a very short kickoff opportunity. There have been few times in which I have seen a kickoff take place on the opposition side of midfield. The ball is spotted at the Tartan 45. That's where John Seablum will kick it off. Joseph Varner is back deep to receive this kick. And this one will get booted through the back of the end zone, and that will be a touchback. Tartan will take over 1st and 10.
Touchback on the kickoff.
So the Titans' offensive drive so far here in this opening quarter of play, a 3-and-out and a 3-and-out. The play action for Titans have been really what they've gone to frequently. They've run 6 plays out of the offensive set. There have been 3 who have been play action. Will Tartan continue to keep their script this early, or might they make a change? They will load the backfield. This time as Isaac O goes under center. Malik Hassan is the featured back. O goes out of the pistol. He pulls a receiver in close to the near side. O on the shovel for Hassan. Hassan picks up a block across the 20. He'll spin forward and down to the 24-yard line. Tackled by Elias Purcell for Cretin-Derham Hall. And that's keeping on schedule certainly for the Tartan Titans. They'll spot the ball all the way to the 24. Great play design. I like that. It's that little pitch, get that separation. I like that O has moved out from under center, giving him a little bit better time, a little bit better vision. How will a Tartan attack on this 2nd down and 6? Send a receiver in motion, and Varner. Varner is the carrier. Varner spins out of one tackle, trying to spin out of another, but couldn't get past Sam Roska and Cartier-Russell for Cretin-Derham Hall. They're across now on the Varner carry to the 30, close to it. It'll be the 29. It'll be a forward pass as well from O to Varner. Great effort by Varner, continuing to keep the legs moving, even with that first contact by Rosga. Now 3rd down and 1. Line to gain is the 30, and we'll go back under center. Varner in motion. On the play action. Oh, can keep it himself. Oh, up the middle, slides down. He's got the 1st down, and the Titans will move the chains.
That results in a Tartan 1st down.
That has been a staple. That play has been a staple. At least the setup of it in Matt Dideker's play calling for a long time. Send the receiver in motion. Have him stop perpendicular to the line of scrimmage. Wait to throw that block. Wait for the movement. And amazing in all the years that I've seen that play run by the Tartan Titans. It's amazing how effective it is and how effective it continues to be, picking up Tartan's first down on the night. 2:06 left to go in the opening quarter. 21-0. Cretin-Derham Hall leading over the Tartan Titans here in Oakdale. A man in motion on 1st and 10. Hand off Hassan. He'll try the right side. Spun down at the 40-yard line. And right now, Tartan starting to get their offense going. Tackle was delivered for Cretin-Derham Hall by Dominic Gonzalez at 2nd and 4. And there it is again. That same play call, Adrian Chan this time. Instead of Varner, the one who throws that perpendicular block on the far side. It turns into a big pickup. It's 2nd down and 4. Extended pause. Now Isaac O, the 6-foot tall, 140 Jr. gets the play call, brings it up to the line on 2nd down and 4. Yasanmi is the receiver on the far side of the screen, Chan on the near side. It's Chan who is in motion. The whistle will blow, and the timeout will be called. The Titans will take it. It's their first. They'll have 2 remaining here in this opening half of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. A couple of minutes ago, I don't want to say eulogizing, it's a bit of a harsh term, but mentioning the press box that was far side of the field. Well, now there was also the hill that was on that far side of the field that oftentimes tripped up many a new broadcaster here at Tartan High School. That has since disappeared. Again, such a great new facility here at Tartan High School. Previous meetings between these two teams have not been many as of late, but they have all been as a result of regular season and section play with the restructuring of football in the state of Minnesota. In fact, two times last season, these two teams met in the postseason. The Raiders won both in relatively convincing fashion on the scoreline. So we'll see what happens now on 2nd down and 4. Jan goes in motion. Handoff, ball's loose. Hassan unable to handle it. Picked up, a fumble recovered. On the motion play, Amari Muhammad picks up the fumble for Cretin-Derham Hall. And the Raiders continue to push through against the Tartan Titans tonight.
Take over 1st and 10 from the Titans 32.
Just an issue on the handoff. Held on to perhaps a little bit long by Isaac O. Malik Hassan perhaps maybe could have been a little more authoritative about taking the ball out of the quarterback's hand. Well, however you slice it, it's a fumble. It's the first turnover of the game, and when you give an offense like Cretin-Derham Hall the opportunity to produce, well, might be a long night for you. On 1st and 10, handoff goes to Jadale Thompson. He will run right up the middle. He will not have much, if anything. Thompson was the ball carrier. Malik Hassan was one of the Titans in on the tackle. That makes it 2nd and 10 for the Raiders here on the dying moments of this first quarter of play. It is early in this game. I think it's safe to say Titans need a stop here. 2nd down and 10. Johnson back out of the gun, has Jadale Thompson to his left. Thompson started in motion to the right. Johnson will step up. He's flushed out of the pocket, cuts back in over the middle. That pass is complete again. Over the middle to Frierson Hawley to the right side, into the red zone. And the 3rd reception for Dre Frierson Hawley tonight when he has 26 coming into play today. You can see exactly why they go to that well. Great job on Tartan for breaking down that pocket, trying to get to Johnson, the quarterback, but just unable to bring him down. We talk about the familiarity of knowing where your receiving threats are. That works well. It pays dividends quite frequently, as that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. The score, Cretin-Derham Hall 21, Tartan 0. Titan defense back on display here in Oakdale as they look to start it with a 2nd quarter surge. Come on back and join us. We're on your home for Tartan Titan Athletics, Suburban Community Channels, TV 19.
Gracie and Pedro might not get along so well.
They're standing on my tail.
But there's one thing they agree on. There's a right seat for everyone.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
Whether you're a dog,
Hold on, Pooch.
a cat, a fish, or a rat.
And I'm a ferret.
Be sure to travel safe.
How can you be so sure?
I'm absolutely positive.
On your next adventure, make sure your children are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Buckle up! Nobody is more prepared for an emergency than Dogman.
With all your kung fu skills and your canine fortitude or whatnot.
But for the rest of us, a good plan goes a long way.
Come on, let's go!
So, whether it's an unexpected disaster or the world's most evilest cat bent on destroying all do-gooders,
Destroy all do-gooders!
you can help your family be ready for anything.
No time to waste. Will you get out of here?
Get started today at ready.gov/kids.
Well, Dogman is ready for the start of the second quarter. I hope you are as well. Raiders continue to work on offense here. They'll have it 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And off to Thompson. Tries to escape out the outside edge. Thompson continues to stay in the field of play. Looks like he'll be just about a yard shy. As Russell Dees on the tackle for the Tartan Titans sets up 2nd down and 1. Effective first quarter for Jadale Thompson, but also we've seen the effectiveness of him of once that first contact is made, continuing to take advantage and continuing to work down the sideline and turn 2, 3, 4 yard gains into ones that are a lot bigger than that. Here's 2nd down and 1 for Cretin-Derham Hall. Ball is at the 4-yard line. The Tartan Titans on the carry. Back up the middle goes Thompson towards the goal line. He's in. Jadale Thompson with the touchdown. He's got his 9th rushing touchdown in 2025. And the Raiders extend their lead 27-0. There has been one man who has received any rushing touchdowns for Cretin-Derham Hall this year. It has been Jadale Thompson. Now, the drive may not have been highlighted by him, but it was certainly punctuated by. Of course, that big completion from Johnson to Frierson Holly, but even further looking for Jadale Thompson to finish it off. He does so. Jim Desa's extra point kick is up, and it is good. 28-0.
Point after touchdown is good.
And some would say that the route is on here in Oakdale, Minnesota. Thompson picks up the rushing touchdown, and that makes it 28-0, Cretin-Derham Hall. Top 10 rankings in Class 5A. Cretin-Derham Hall, you can see right now, tied with Mankato East out of Section 4. Just behind Matamidi at number 6. St. Thomas Academy, who Cretin-Derham Hall opened their season with, was a big bellwether for how the Raiders were going to be. A good competitive game, but also looking at other Metro teams, Spring Lake Park in there at number 3. The powerhouses as well, Alexandria and Brainerd, still in that top 10 conversation in Class 5A. Now, obviously, we can talk about the parity in Class 6A, but really in Class 5A, you can look at 10, 15, 20 teams just based on the section, just based on where they're at, and say, well, God, they got a really good chance of being a good competitive team this year. And, of course, with a little luck, little elbow grease, maybe it might be their year. Seablum on the kickoff. This ball's away, not fielded by Varner. It's Chan this time who gets his face on the return. Chan trying to step out of one tackle, but couldn't get by Nick Rosga. But a big kickoff return, maybe signs of life and momentum for the Tartan Titans. Look at how Chan, too, that space just opened up for him. And a great adjustment, good cutback defensively by Nick Rosga as well, the junior. Come back and make the tackle. So now Tartan looking for a complete drive. Again, recapping the Titan drive so far. 3 and out, fumble. Isaac O. Back under center. He'll send a man in motion. It's Joseph Varner. On 1st and 10, play action. Oh, flushed out of the pocket, throws his pass over the middle. Possession is fought for and won by Tartan. A big boy catch by Lamont Smith. 1st down, Titans.
Isaac O's pass complete to number 5, Lamont Smith. Play results in a Titan 1st down.
And O flushed out of the pocket, puts this ball away. And the first player to touch the ball is not Lamont Smith, it's Sam Rosca. But Lamont Smith is a grown man, and he takes that ball away for the completion. 1st down and 10. Varner in motion. And off Hassan. He'll try the right side with a head of steam across midfield. The Titans will be across the midfield line for the first time tonight. Pickup of 10 yards for Malik Hassan. And a 1st down. And all of a sudden, the Titan offense bolting into action here. How about that by Hassan to stop, coming to a full stop at the line, but then cutting back over very well-run play by the Tartan Titan running back. 1st and 10 for the Titans at the Raider 47. Oh, into the flat. Pass is complete to William Sandmead. Get across the 40 down to the 35-yard line. He's carried out of bounds by a couple of Raiders. Elias Purcell among them, Charlie Barnes the other. Now all of a sudden, back-to-back first downs on back-to-back plays. The Titan offense is moving closer to the end zone. Whistle will blow, and we're going to have a timeout. It'll be taken by Cretin-Derham Hall. They'll take it with 10:01 left to go in this second quarter of play. I said it on Tartan's first drive. After they were down at the time, 7-0, looking at the play calling that this coaching staff was making, my thought was continue to give it time, continue to give it practice, and continue to work on those things because the plays were there, just the execution wasn't. Well, now the execution is starting to come into play. The ultimate question now for the Air Force Blue and Silver, is it too late? We'll find out. Cretin-Derham Hall in the Raiders. They play most of their athletics out of the Suburban East Conference. Up for football, of course. Football has that whole... There's a lot of words that can be used to describe it compared to what a normal alignment might be. Tartan, meanwhile, plays out of the Metro East Conference. At one point, the classic Suburban Conference. I preferred that name. That's just me. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Oh, gives a handoff to Hassan. Hassan runs right into a Cretin-Derham Hall Raider. And holding on for dear life, senior Henry Malloy makes the first contact for Cretin-Derham Hall. The pickup of 1 yard at 2nd down and 9. Titans back to the line on 2nd down and 9. Varner and Oyasami on the top of the formation. The rest of the formation on the near side is closed with Smith and Shabazz. Whistle, and we have a jumper on the far side. The penalty marker is out.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot, still 2nd down.
And it's a procedural penalty against the Tartan Titans. Titans so far tonight have been penalized 4 times. Cretin-Derham Hall has not. 5 yards assessed, backs up Tartan at 2nd down and 14. See every receiver for Cretin-Derham Hall, every back, every linebacker pointing at the top of the screen to the Varner and Mia Sandman. Busted play, Isaac O fires a dart over the middle. That pass is incomplete. Matt Dideker is looking for a pass interference call of some variety. But for this officiating crew, the yellow laundry remains in their pockets. It's incomplete, 3rd and 14. If I'm Tartan, I'd rather take that incompletion. Well, I could certainly argue penalty marker could have been flown there. Cartier Russell on the coverage for Cretin-Derham Hall, but not in this time. 3rd down and 14. For the Tartan Titans. With this score, this field position, figure this is 4-down territory for Tartan. We'll send the receiver out further in Oyasami. Varner is on the top of the screen as well, with them 2 in the backfield in Shabazz. And the feature back Hassan. Trick play on the end around. Joseph Varner. Varner withstands a hit from Bilal Shahid.
Number 9.
Get back past the original line of scrimmage to the 32-yard line, and decision time for Tartan.
4th down for the Titans.
It's that little flip to Varner and let Varner do what he does best, shows that speed. Now 4th down and 8. Offense will stay on the field for Tartan. 8:25 and counting to go in this second quarter of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. Out of the pistol. Shabazz and Hassan are the 2 feature backs in the backfield for Tartan. On 4th down and 8, the line to gain is a 24. Oh, flushed out of the pocket, throws the ball to the right side, looking, and incomplete off the hands of Emmanuel Oyasami. It's a turnover on downs, and the Raiders will take over.
The Raiders take over on downs. 1st and 10 for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Isaac Go flushed out of the pocket. Good composure. Eliasanmi open. Would have had to make a toe touch tap in. Be able to keep the ball in play had he caught it, but it's like on the opening drive of the game, the play was there for Tartan, and now it's just on the execution. Raiders back on offense, leading 28-0. Longest field they've had since the opening drive of the game. And off to Thompson. Up the middle, towards the 40. Where he's stopped by a pantheon of Titans to pick up what'll be 8 yards. It's 2nd down and 2. Touchdowns for Cretin-Derham Hall so far. Heath has a receiving touchdown. Thompson has the last touchdown to make it 28-0. And a pair of receiving touchdowns for Dre Friars and Hawley. That's how they've gotten to this 28-0 scoreline. 2nd down and 2. Right at the 40-yard line. Johnson with time for the right side. Frierson Hawley has the pass, steps out of a tackle, and he stays in the field of play. Dre Frierson Hawley having a career first half. And the Raiders are in the attacking side of the field again.
Play results in a Raiders first down.
Good composure by Johnson. Great pocket held up. And Frierson Hawley keeps the legs churning, moving, and bubbling. And another first down for Cretin-Derham Hall. 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line of the Tartan Titans. On 1st down, back shoulder fade, up in the air, held onto for the touchdown. Owen Welk with a touchdown reception for Cretin-Derham Hall. And as Welk picks up his 2nd touchdown of the year, it adds another 6 to the board.
And a touchdown for Cretin-Derham Hall.
Great concentration by Welk. Make the catch, hold on to the ball. Withstand the contact of the ground. Now Cretin-Derham Hall leading by a scoreline of 34-0. Jimmy Desa on for the point after try. 4 of 4 in the air, now 5 of 5. Continues down with strong 9 kicking and was 12 of 13 entering play tonight. So Welk with the receiving touchdown. And it's 35-0 Cretin-Derham Hall leading against the Tartan Titans. Let's take a look around the Minnesota State High School League for scores on this final Friday in September. In terms of the big schools, Class 5 and Class 6, Maple Grove leads Moorhead up in the other Twin Cities, 35-14 at Moorhead High School. In a battle of Minneapolis versus St. Paul, Minneapolis North leading St. Paul, Johnson and the Governors on the north side by a score of 32-6. Elsewhere scores right now, Bemidji over Brainerd 8-0. Breckenridge over Otter Tail Central. OTC a powerhouse in Class 4, 7-0 Breckenridge. Other scores right now of note, Grand Rapids 13, Hermantown 0 up at the home of the Hawks. Elsewhere, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka just underway, no score. Most of these games starting at the 7 o'clock hour at Edina over St. Michael Albertville. By a scoreline of 7-0, Mounds View and Eastridge are scoreless as well, just underway in Cottage Grove. Varner on the kickoff return. He looked to follow the blocking, gets to the 25-yard line before he's tackled there. Now the Tartan Titans will have to go back onto the field on offense, try to look to keep their momentum going. Colin Smith was on the tackle that last play for Cretin-Derham Hall. May not show up on the scoreboard yet, but this Tartan Titan team, they've got speed, got agility. It's just the moment, anxiety, the waiting for that speed to turn into 6. 1st and 10, I formation. O back under center. He'll send a man in motion across the formation. It's Chan. On 1st and 10. Smith, the ball carrier, will not go down. A penalty marker flies from the back judge. Where that play was made, where that flag was thrown, I believe that we'll see the first penalty against Cretin-Derham Hall of the evening.
Personal foul, face mask, number 6 on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, which resulted in a first down.
Charlie Barch, the guilty party on the face mask.
Charged against the Raiders.
And Malik Hassan was with the head of steam. That's kind of the point I've been trying to make, that speed, that skill. If it gets open and it starts to work, can really do some things for Tartan. Got to keep their heads up. First down at 10 from the Raider 40. Back to Hassan. Try the right side. Pick up 3, maybe 4. Down to the 36-yard line. It'll be second down and 6 coming up.
2nd and 6 for Tartan.
Really now for Tartan, you're just going back to what works, trying to get that offense going again. And really thinking about the big picture of this game tonight. And for Tartan, yeah, you have that 0 on your scoreboard right now, but you've been close. You've been close. 2nd down and 6. Pass left side, going up, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Oyasanmi. Daniel Tolson on coverage for Cretin-Derham Hall. It's 3rd down and 6.
Emmanuel Oyasanmi.
Throwing all the way. And Oyasanmi tangled up perhaps a bit with Tolson. And the ball drops incomplete, 3rd down. Don't need all 6 yards here for the Tartan Titans. Certainly see what they have dialed up. And in motion goes Chan. On the play action, patted down, well read by Amari Muhammad. On the play action play by the Tartan Titans, Muhammad for Cretin-Derham Hall had that drawn up perfectly. And for the Titans, lucky only that he blocked it rather than taking it the distance. If I'm a coach anywhere, if I look at the effort by the junior defensive back, Amari Muhammad, I look at that and I say, that's a player I'd like to have on my team. 4th down and 6. Titans were a drop ball away from converting on their last 4th down opportunity. Out of the pistol has Chan and Oyasanmi on the near side, and the penalty marker will fly. Chan was off early, and the Titans will back up 5 yards.
Offense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, 4th down.
As 4th and 6 becomes 4th and 11, the Titans look like they'll go to the punt game. That's exactly what they will do. Lamont Smith will go back to punt. Smith will stand his own 43, 44-yard line. It'll be Daniel Tolson who stands back, not Tolson. It'll be Sam Rosca gets a chance to return this time. Stands right about the 10-yard line. Punt is off, shanked. This ball rolls to the near side. Cartier Russell will watch it go, had a chance to return it. Instead, will let discretion be the better part of valor. Be downed by Tartan and handed off kindly by Wild Rutherford. And the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 on their side of the field. Standings as of this moment, entering play in this week number 5 of the Minnesota State High School League regular season for boys football. The standings, of course, you don't want to think about it this early with just 4 points of data so far, but we are halfway through the season at this point. And after tonight, it'll be 5/8 of the way through the season. Cretin-Derham Hall leading the way in the Northstar East Gold. Sounds like a mouthful. I would say it is. First handoff on 1st down to Jadale Thompson. Ball on the near side. Will lose a yard for the first time tonight. Does Thompson will be 2nd down. But those standings once again, and Cretin-Derham Hall at the top, Tartan in that 4th spot. It's also one of the more difficult places to get out of with teams like a Matamita and a Bloomington Jefferson in them. You really see how close that 3 and 4 spot is when you consider last Saturday's result here in Oakdale between Titans and the Jaguars of Bloomington Jefferson. Second down and 10. Isaac Johnson drops back. He'll hit Thompson in the flat. Runner to the left side. Thompson spins out of it before the Titans come back to assist. They'll force the feature back Jadale Thompson to take a couple of steps to his behind. And the official gain on this play will be just 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 8.
3rd down for the Raiders.
See how Cretin-Derham Hall certainly maybe not choosing the first play, but choosing to be perhaps a little more conservative now with a 5-score lead. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders on their side of the field. 4:23 and counting left to go in this second quarter of play. Tartan will start on offense on the other side of the halftime break. So maybe, if anything, if you are Tartan Titans perhaps looking for that double dip, the whistle will blow. We had a timeout here. Cretin-Derham Hall takes this timeout. That will be their second. They'll have 1 remaining here in this opening half of play. Well, it's been a very good week. A very good start to the football season here in the state of Minnesota. A lot of really good scores and a lot of really exciting football that has been played so far. Of course, the question just becomes is what does it all culminate to? It culminates in state tournament games all across the state, and the grand masterpiece heading to U.S. Bank Stadium to take on the team at the home of the Minnesota Vikings. The Tartan Titans have been in the state tournament recently. Cretin-Derham Hall was a team recently as well that was up at 6A, but opted back down to 5A. Wanting to find their competitive groove again to compete as they had done before with the 6A class. We know this team is good. We know this roster has a ton of athletic talent all across all sports. 3rd and 8, spun out of the flat. Pass complete to Char Davis. Cuts back into the middle towards the line to gain. And it will be first down yardage gained by not Char Davis, but Antonio Barajas. As a sophomore, will have enough yards to gain. And a conservative play call. But Barajas, give him credit. Seeing what was there, taking what was there, and turning it into a first down. First down and 10 for Cretin-Derham Hall at their own 32-yard line. Barajas in the backfield will join Isaac Johnson in that spot. Johnson to the outside pass, incomplete. Was intended for Kukuro Bowman, who has a reception already today. And as a result, it goes out of his hands. Marcel Dees on coverage for the Tartan Titans. Martin Kelly Brown in there as well for Tartan. It's incomplete, 2nd down and 10. It's so odd, too, that high school football in the state of Minnesota on the boys' side is just so quick. At least for the regular season anyway. Just those 8 games. If you're in a postseason spot, you can be playing almost, really make it all the way as many as 5 or 6 more. 2nd down and 10. It's time the ball given back to Jadale Thompson. He will have a gain of about 5 yards. Malik Hassan on the tackle underneath. And on this drive, the Titans have gotten Cretin-Derham Hall to be in 3rd down situations. So far, the Raiders kept the drive alive, and the Titans have not been able to get off the field. Third down and 5. The line to gain is the Raider 42. Johnson with time. Fires a rifle, looking left side. Sam Heath looks to go the distance. Touchdown, Cretin-Derham Hall. The 2nd of the night for Sam Heath, the 2nd on a straight go route, and the 6th score of the night for Cretin-Derham Hall makes it 41-0 Raiders. Sam Heath, the senior, against the defensive coverage for Sel Dees. Dees at 5'9". In a conservative estimate, the official heights aren't listed for Cretin-Derham Hall, but at least 6 inches or so. Identified mismatch taken advantage of by Johnson and Heath. And a penalty marker will fly once again.
Encroachment, defense. Half the distance of the goal, redo the try.
So rather than the ball being spotted at the 2, ball will be moved to the 1. And Cretin-Derham Hall and DeWitt Chimedesa will still kick the extra point. 5 of 5 so far tonight. Looking to go 6 of 6. Ball is up. That ball is good. Another touchdown drive delivered by Cretin-Derham Hall. And even though if you're the Tartan Titans, you can look at the positivity, you can say, yes, we forced them to third down. But you did not get off the field, and Johnson fires to Heath for 6 yards for number 2. (42-0). Cretin-Derham Hall. 2:46 left to go here in this second quarter of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. Now it's Westhead High across the bleachers from where we used to be at Cretin-Derham Hall, and Tartan tonight here in Oakdale. Our crew tonight for Suburban Community Channels: David Schuyler, Joe Sicorni, Michael Kadehi, Kenny Ronan, Flora Schur Nelson, and Liam Spillane. John Seablum will kick this off. Chan and Varner are back to receive. The ball will go to Varner. He'll field it at the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Looks to follow the blocking, to the 20. Has space to the 25, to the 30. Spins out of a tackle and still on his feet to the 35.
Number 9, Joseph Varner on the return for the Titans.
Now Varner's gotten a chance to show that speed on a couple of these returns, a couple of these big plays where he could really show the athleticism and show the speed. And Varner, the 5'11 junior, looking to really take advantage of that speed when provided the opportunity. Nicely done again on another big return. 1st and 10 Titans at their own 35-yard line. 2:36 left to go here in this second quarter of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. In the town at 3M built. 1st and 10. Pitch to Hassan. Will try the right side. Tackled well underneath on the lower level. Finished off individually by Connor Flynn. As Flynn goes low on Malik Hassan, the tackle will be made for a loss of 1. The Tartan Titans have some stories we'll talk about. We'll talk about in the second half the story of J.J. Colston. How that's affected the Tartan Titans this season. 2nd and 11, and off to Hassan. Right back to the middle goes the Tartan Titans. Hassan picks up a 3-yard gain on the play. That'll set up a 3rd down inside of 2 minutes to go here in this second quarter of play. And Tartan will get the ball to start the second half of play, trailing 42-0. For Matt Dittaker, the question of just how do you choose to play this last portion of this first half? Do you be aggressive, or do you look for something to build some momentum on into the second half of play? Oh, out of the pistol. There's one in the backfield with him, Malik Hassan. On 3rd down. Oh, steps up, throws the ball to the left side, passes incomplete. Penalty marker flies. On a pass that was intended for Chan, on coverage was Cartier Russell. And what is this penalty flag going to be?
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. That 15-yard penalty has been forced from the previous spot, which will result in a 1st down.
Cartier Russell
Illegal contact against
picks
the
up
Raiders.
the flag for pass interference.
Play results in a Titan first down.
And to be frank, I'm not sure what else Russell was supposed to do. All right, 1:02 left to go here in the second quarter of play. O out of the pistol, Hassan in the backfield. Hassan gets the carry. He'll try the left side. He'll follow his blocking, cross the Raider 45, and still looking to turn something out of this. He'll find a seat at the 47, but for progress, we'll put him at the 45-yard line. Malik Hassan continues to show great effort, great resilience. He just keeps the legs moving, showing no quit, no backing down. A pickup of 3 yards. Second down and 7. We're inside of 30 seconds to go here. This opening half of play from Oakdale. Oh, out of the pistol. Has Hassan in the backfield. Oh, on second down. Forced out of the pocket. He rolls to his left. He'll throw this ball away. That pass is incomplete. Hit the turf first before going into the hands of Daniel Tolson. And perhaps the Titans catch a break there. It's incomplete, third down. Really just the scoreline that we've seen, 42-0, you figure there have been a ton of turnovers. There haven't been. Just the one fumble on the handoff between O and Hassan. Let's take a look. You can definitely see the bounce and the official right on it for the call. It'll be third down and 7. 12 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Oh, dropping back, going a screen to the Titans. They go right into Hassan. Penalty marker is down. Hassan will look to go forward. I'm guessing with where this is, I'm guessing this would be roughing the passer. Let's find out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 32. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
It's Robert Lewis who picks up the roughing the passer call. And I like the play call by Tartan there, going to the speed of Hassan, using the screen play out of the backfield. But when you drop those linemen and you move them out of that formation, it gives a defender a straight rush at your quarterback. And you got to be quick on the ball there. Otherwise, it turns into no gain. So I love that play call from Tartan. And again, it's just continue to work on those little things. First down and 10 at the 29, presumably the last play of the second quarter. Oh, rolling out of pressure. He'll look to make something of this here and said he'll follow the blocking. He'll just go down. And the clock is at zeros here in Oakdale. At least, if anything, for the Tartan Titans, the offense started to get into gear, started to show some offensive prowess against this Cretin-Derham Hall defense. But the question becomes, is it too little, too late? 24 minutes remain. Tartan trails Cretin-Derham Hall 42-0 here on a Friday night in Oakdale, Minnesota. Coming back for some halftime conversation. We hope you'll stick around with us. Here on your home for Tartan Titan Athletics, Suburban Community Channels, TV 19.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy. It's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is being prepared for the journey ahead. Love doesn't let any concerns go unsaid. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax. It always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Love protects.
Sit up, team. When I look around this room, I see a fighting team of brave antibodies. But the flu is coming in strong, so I won't sugarcoat it. I need each one of you on your A game. The good news is, Anthony, the human body we've been tasked to protect, just got his flu shot, which supplied us with brand new gear to defend against the flu. That's right, we've upgraded our game with this new equipment. They give you a little extra boost. So let's go fight for Anthony, for his mom, his co-workers, that nice lady Patricia that lives down the street with the cute dog. In the face of viral adversity, we make Anthony thrive so he can protect himself and the people he loves most. Are you with me? Yeah!
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now, I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Sit up, team. When I look around this room, I see a fighting team of brave antibodies. But the flu is coming in strong. The good news is, Anthony, the human we're tasked to protect, just got his flu shot, which supplied us with strong new gear to defend against the flu. So let's go fight for Anthony. Are you with me?
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org.
I never realized that I'd be taking care of a 2-year-old and a 9-year-old on my own. Sometimes as dads, I think we're too hard on ourselves. We get down on ourselves on not being able to, we're the providers, but we also have to learn to take care of ourselves. Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth. My daughter Isabella recently had a graduation into high school, and I got emotional because I saw pride in her eyes. I saw my daughter have her own self-love, and I saw the hard work of me being that dad 24/7 transferred to my teenage daughter. The word father means a lot to me. When I give my love to my children as a father, I can see it.
It's been a Raider affair here in Oakdale, Minnesota, as Cretin-Derham Hall has taken a 42-0 lead over the Tartan Titans into the halftime whistle at Tartan High School in Oakdale. Alex Westhead here high atop the bleachers in Oakdale, Minnesota, and it's been a story of the offense for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, and really been flying from the opening whistle. The handoffs have been great, as here's a big run to start things by their feature back in Thompson, as he just continues to explode with a head of steam. Jadale Thompson in that carry would set up a passing touchdown. The first of the night from Isaac Johnson, who stepped out of the pocket and fired a rifle, held on to by Dre Frierson Holly to put the Raiders on the board first at 7-0. Then another mismatch taken advantage of, as this was a perfect ball down the right sideline for Sam Heath, who puts his first touchdown on the scoreboard for tonight. It was 14-0. It'll quickly become 21-0 on another play, stepping out of the pocket and finding, again, Trey Frierson-Pauley. That made it 21-0 at the time. Titans would have some signs of life on offense, but would be stymied by this turnover. The fumble recovery by Amari Muhammad, who's been great on the defensive side of the ball tonight for the Tartan Titans, picking up the lone turnover on the game. One rushing touchdown for Jadale Thompson. He was able to withstand a ton of pressure by the Titans. He'll carry it into the end zone. Titans have looked good on the return game. Chan with this receiving threat to make something happen in the second quarter, but the Titans unable to put points on the scoreboard on that drive. Titans would do some damage on offense as put a ball up in the air and just out-muscled. Holding on to the ball that time by Lamont Smith. More offense on the board for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders. Passing touchdown to Owen Welk, making it 35-0 here in Oakdale in the second quarter. Then another opportunity for a big play on offense. It was delivered by the Titans and Malik Hassan. He carried a couple of Raiders with him, picked up the penalty marker as well to tack on 15 yards. But the Raiders would add one more touchdown, finding Sam Heath once again on the far sideline. His second reception from Isaac Johnson today. Johnson, the quarterback for Cretin-Derham Hall, has 5 receiving touchdowns in this opening half of play. One last rush for Hassan. He'll continue to churn and burn and try to make something happen there. But it's been all Cretin-Derham Hall in this first half of play from Oakdale, Minnesota. Tartan Titans will get the ball to start the second half of play here in Oakdale, Minnesota on September the 26th, 2025. Raiders lead 42-0 at the halftime break. And we'll take a look now at what's upcoming here on Suburban Community Channel's TV 19. All our schools are in action, so let's try to visit them as much as we can. On Tuesday, we'll be at White Bear Lake and Galvincourt, as it'll be White Bear and Woodbury in the Suburban East Conference Clash. Football will be back on Friday night, this time at Matamidi, as these same Tartan Titans will take on the second-ranked Matamidi Zephyrs in their section. We'll also head back to the Hardwood here in Oakdale, as Matamidi and Tartan will renew their rivalry in the brand-new gymnasium here in Oakdale. That'll be on Thursday, October the 9th. We'll be live at 7 p.m. Teams are coming back out for the start of the second half. 42-0 Raiders after 24 minutes of play here from Oakdale. We'll hope you come back and join us for the second half of football here under the lights at Tartan. You're watching Tartan Titan Football on Suburban Community Channel's TV 19.
Mom, did you really need to buy 2 can openers for our emergency kit?
I can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this?
We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita. Oh, man.
Well, good thing we kept all the lights we used for Diwali.
I've got the battery pack. Keep my phone powered so we don't miss any alerts.
What about game night?
Sounds good.
Oh, we have to get to Mom and Dad's and get them somewhere safe. I've got the evacuation route loaded on my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got just what we need to get them to take this seriously.
If that doesn't convince them that we thought this through, I don't know what would.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
I'm a different kind of threat. I can't be scared away or negotiated with. You can't call the cops on me.
Do you still want to hang out after?
I don't want your money or your TV. I don't even have to break in. I'm invited.
Self-love made me a better dad because I realized my worth. Arapaho way, you gotta pray for yourself as well as for everybody else, but never forget yourself. The word father means a lot to me. When I give my love to my children as a father, I can see it. That's the benefit of being a father is seeing those smiling faces.
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I feel that I'm not getting the attention that I need, and it's a lot built up in my chest. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
When I came back from the war, I was barely hanging on by a thread. I'm here today because of Tanya's relentless efforts in trying to get me healed. And says, Michael, I know you've got a plan to take your life today, but if you give me just 5 more minutes to love you.
5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, honey, 5 more minutes to love.
Michael has actually taught me what it looks like to accept help.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's, a master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I could not help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
My relationship with my dad, I've had many male figures in my life, but there's only been one that has taught me that it's okay to be silly, it's okay to feel small, it's okay to admit you need help. And with anything, I can always go to my dad.
Learn about adopting a teen at adoptuskids.org.
Tartan will start on offense to begin this third quarter of play. They trail to the Titans Cretin-Derham Hall by a scoreline of 42-0. Alex Westad here at Tartan High School in Oakdale, Minnesota. Our crew tonight, withstanding a combination of Minnesota fall, heat, and cold all at the same time. David Schuyler, Joe Sigourney, Michael Kadehi, Kenan Ronan, Flourisher, and Liam Spillane. Big news for the Tartan High School community. Back in May was J.J. Golston being diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. In May of 2025, a multiple sport athlete here at Tartan, where he excels at football, track, and his studies. He's got 2 sisters, Jordan and Justice, as well as a younger brother, Jasir, who will join him in 9th grade next fall, and a 3-year-old sister as well. Aside from missing work and the added medical expenses for the treatment for leukemia, his parents, Tanisha and Arthur, are also facing some challenges that have made getting all around very difficult. And so if you have the ability, and if you would like to be able to donate to help out J.J. Golston's battle against leukemia, you can do so on the GoFundMe. Just search for J.J. Golston's battle against leukemia, hosted by Matt Dideker. On a little bit more positive of a note, it's nice to see the Tartan Titans staff here for the first time. I mentioned in the opening half that prior to this season we had been on the far side of the area and the far side of the field as you look at it on the screen, so we weren't actually able to see anybody, but now we can actually see all the game staff and the employees and everybody else and actually make the connections that we hadn't been able to in the past. So it's quite nice to see everybody and be a part of this side of the bleachers. If you're curious, the meal tonight in the press box, they've got some Rice Krispie bars and some Sloppy Joes. Not a bad little selection here at Tartan High School. It'll be a good selection of plays in the playbook of Matt Dideker as Tartan trails 42-0 here in this third quarter of play as we're ready to get underway once again from Oakdale, Minnesota. The upcoming schedules for these teams, I mentioned as well, they're quite difficult in terms of what's coming up for each of these teams. Tartan, you saw in our halftime conversation that they will be at Matamidi next week. At Matamidi is as tough of a test as anybody can find. But Cretin-Derham Hall, those two teams as well, also have their own battles to play. And we'll talk about those as time goes by. John Sleebloom will kick things off. He's had to do it quite a lot tonight, as Cretin-Derham Hall has scored 6 times. Sleebloom has kicked off 6 times. Pair of returners, that's not a word, receivers, Joseph Varner and Chan are back deep to receive this kickoff from Sleebloom. The band has departed, creating more space for the fans. Sleebloom on the ball. And we're underway in this third quarter of play. Varner will get another chance to return. He'll field it at the 2. Varner to the near side. Picked up a block, lowers the helmet, penalty marker flies. And Tartan will take over on offense, but how much further or backward will they start with the penalty marker down? And again, another good return by Joseph Varner.
Number 8 during the return. That penalty will force half the distance to the goal, first down.
So a penalty on Tartan. See if we can pick it up here. He assessed half the distance to the goal, and maybe you see the spin out of it there. You can kind of see it at the top of your screen. The block that was thrown by Marcus Anderson that drew the penalty marker. As a result, first down and 10. Titans will have it at their own 10-yard line. Isaac O back under center out of the I formation. 2 receivers near side of the screen. Hassan the handoff. Take the first play from scrimmage in this third quarter. He'll pick up about 5 or 6 yards depending on the final spot. Will be second down and 4. Marcus Anderson into the game. He was the ball carrier. As they will look to continue to see what else would exist in the offensive opportunities. Mari Muhammad off the field for Cretin-Derham Hall. Good news for the Titans is Muhammad's been all over the defensive side for Cretin-Derham Hall tonight. Second and 4. Anderson will get the ball once again. He'll go low. He'll go to the 32, the 22 rather. That'll be a Titan first down.
Marcus Anderson.
So Malik Hassan, who had a great opening half of play, gives way to Marcus Anderson, 6'1", 215, junior for the Tartan Titans. Will be first down and 10. O under center. Vincent Wessel is the lead blocker for the feature back this time, and Marcus Anderson. And off to Anderson, not much more doing. Tackle was made. Great effort by Connor Flynn to get the stop. Be a modest gain of a yard. Second down and 9.
Correction, second down.
We'll see how, again, Tartan so far has chosen to push the ball with the run here. Choosing to be a little more conservative than offensive here. Second down and 8. Augmented pistol. Ole sent Chan in motion. Chan gets the hand up. Looks to create some space out to the right side. Has a space as he spins across the 32 down to the 33. The Tartan Titans pick up another first down.
Play results in a Tartan first down.
You're not allowed to move north to south prior to the snap, but you can move east to west. There are teams that know how to take advantage of that when moving from east to west and making the most of those opportunities when they happen. 1st and 10. Anderson gets the carry. He'll try the left side. He's spun down. As the Autumn Winds are a Raider, and Nate Gonzalez picks up the tackle on his opposite number, and Marcus Anderson. Pick up on that play. It looks like it'll be 2-3 yards. 2nd down and 7. The Titans continue to work with the ground game. 9:02 and counting left to go here in this 3rd quarter of play. 42-0. Cretin-Derham Hall in front on 2nd and 7. The handoff is to Anderson. Anderson lowers the shoulder and collides headlong into the defensive back for Cretin-Derham Hall. Bilal Shahid. And this is a big boy hit right here. Lower the shoulder, boom. Another first down for the Tartan Titans. It's 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. So Anderson, who has 35 pounds and 2 inches of height. Malik Hassan proving to be a little bit different of a challenge this time. Tartan offense. Give us to Anderson. He'll attack the hole to the right side. He'll pick up 2 yards.
Marcus Anderson, the ball carrier for the
That's 2nd down and 8. Anderson will go to the sideline for a substitute. Malik Hassan will come back in. Titans have had the ball the entire 3rd quarter so far. Almost 4 minutes elapsed. Now over 4 minutes elapsed in it. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun. Hassan in the backfield. Handoff is to Hassan. Hassan tries space to the right, to the outside. He's got space. He's off to the races. Malik Hassan gets through traffic. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Titans. Malik Hassan explodes into the end zone, and the Titans are on the board. And how many times have I said tonight that Malik Hassan, if he can get to that 2nd level, he can create at the 2nd level, he can turn it into 6 points. He does so there. Kenny Gilsdorf for the point after. That point after is blocked, and it will not be returned any further. The play is blown dead. So the points on the board, 6 points for number 6. And Malik Hassan gets a touchdown, but the block on the kick from Gilsdorf goes right into the arms. Well, the blockers for Cretin-Derham Hall. For the Titans, points on the board. No goose egg by your name, and perhaps, if anything, for Tartan, maybe perhaps something has been found out. So the points are on the board. Tartan will not get shut out tonight. Only scored 1 touchdown a week ago on Saturday against Bloomington Jefferson. It's an offense so far, though, has put up 50 burgers in 2 of their previous games, once against St. Paul Harding and Humboldt, the other at Bloomington Kennedy. Meanwhile, Cretin-Derham Hall, their defense has been better as of late, giving up 27 points, the top team in Class 5A, St. Thomas Academy. But then also shutting out St. Paul Central at Palmer Field at O'Shaughnessy Stadium, and then giving up just 14 to Bloomington Jefferson, the same number for that mark, and for that matter, that Tartan gave up to Bloomington Jefferson on Saturday. A 34-23 win against St. Louis Park for Cretin-Derham Hall. So the Titans will kick off. The freshman Kenny Gilsdorf. It's a couple of hops into this one. The return is on. Stepping out of a couple of tackles, looking to turn something out of this one. Was Cartier Russell, who was able to take it from the 10 up to the 25. And this will be good starting field position again for Cretin-Derham Hall. They'll start first and 10 from their own side of midfield. The ball will go right at their own 26-yard line. 7:23 left to go in the third quarter of play. Raiders in the opening half scored on every possession that they had. After Cretin-Derham Hall put points on the board to make it a 4-score game at 28-0, the play calling really changed, where Tartan was able to force third downs. Barajas out to the outside, looks to get a first down. He will have a first down. The first carry for Barajas is a good one here in the second half. Picks up 12 yards, it's first down. And I think technically that would go as a forward pass from Isaac Johnson on that little push forward. Still the speed of Barajas is shown. It results in a first down. Durham Hall has scored again on every drive. Titans have been able to force to a third down, but just haven't been able to get off the field. First and 10. Johnson steps up, pass is complete to Welk. Welk cuts back in towards the middle, turns on the afterburners. He heads into the black and blue end zone here in Oakdale. The Raiders respond quickly. Second receiving touchdown of the night for Owen Welk. It's 48-6.
Isaac Johnson, pass complete to number 12, Owen Welk.
Just little mismatches. Johnson able to take advantage of them. You think about how you make up for those mismatches. Do you throw a zone? Do you try to confuse? Do you send extra pressure? Well, that time it looked like there was a zone that was on, but Owen Welk, the junior, able to find the hole in it. Made him pay. Dawit Chimedesa on for the point after try. 6 for 6, and now 7 for 7. The point after try is good. 49-6, Cretin-Derham Hall leads over the Tartan Titans here in Oakdale, Minnesota. 7:04 left to go in this opening quarter of play. Now the upcoming schedule for the Tartan Titans, again, at Mahtomedi next Friday. We will have that one for you here on Suburban Community Channels, TV 19. But after that, another pair of contests against city schools at Burnsville to conclude their season on MEA Wednesday, and then home to St. Louis Park on Friday, October the 10th against the Orioles. That also no slouch of a matchup either. So for Tartan, their schedule, yes, difficult today with Cretin-Derham Hall, but they will certainly be able to prove their mettle with the 3 games that are remaining. Raiders, meanwhile, they too have also a difficult schedule. They'll be at Bloomington Kennedy, who Tartan was able to take care of 55-14 when they played them. But then home to Mahtomedi on the October the 10th against the Zephyrs at Palmer Field at O'Shaughnessy on the campus of the University of St. Thomas. Then they'll play a 6A school. They'll head up to Elk River on MEA Wednesday, and they'll take on the Elks there in Elk River. Another kickoff delivered by John Seablum. Goes off of the hands of the returner, and Varner go into the end zone for a touchdown. And Tartan will take over first and 10. Let's take a look at some of the scores in Class 5 tonight. Cretin's schedule, again, went through it with words. Now you can see it on your screen. But again, just one home game remaining at the University of St. Thomas against the Mahtomedi Zephyrs on October the 10th. And arguably for Cretin-Derham Hall, you're looking for a bellwether to see how are you going to fare heading into section playoff. That game at home against Mahtomedi may be exactly that. Class 5A scores as of this time in progress at Minneapolis Southwest as the Lakers lead the Teddies of Roosevelt by a score of 28-0. On first and 10, the carry to the left side, and a collision that was delivered low and hard by Marcus Anderson results in the injury timeout. And Anderson is a big man. He ran right into defender Cartier Russell. And Russell is still down on the turf, being attended to, and not too distant in time, by the Cretin-Derham Hall training staff. Other scores that we are aware of in Class 5A tonight: Spring Lake Park and the Panthers over Robbinsdale Armstrong, 21-7. Big news out of the Robbinsdale School District as a budget shortfall has forced the conversation about, do Robbinsdale Armstrong and Cooper combine, not just as their hockey programs are and some athletic programs are, but do the schools themselves combine? That certainly is a difficult conversation to have out in New Hope, one that I don't want to be a part of, that's for sure. Up in Bemidji, the Bemidji high school team is leading the Brainerd high school team by a score of 22-6 at Bemidji State University. I almost called them the Beavers. They're not the Beavers. Come on now, Alex, that's not right. Class 6A scores that we are aware of as of this time as we head into the week 5. Maple Grove all over Moorhead, 49-14. That one just about final. Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, a good one. That's 14 all. Mounds View and Eastridge still scoreless, and an odd score from White Bear Lake. Forest Lake 11, White Bear Lake 3. It certainly is a curious scoreline, isn't it? On 2nd and 7, handoff to the right side. This will be lost yardage on the carry. No further for Hassan. He'll lose 2. It's 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9 for Tartan.
And the first man to meet him attacking the line was Robert Lewis. Anton Williams was right there as well for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, leading 49-6, 6:14 left to go in this 3rd quarter of play. 3rd down and 9. Isaac Ooh with 2 in the backfield. The feature back is Malik Hassan. Chan goes in motion, looking for the pass. Will roll out does Ooh. Ball is up in the air and out of bounds. It's incomplete. It's 3rd down and 9, becoming 4th down and 9, and the Titans will come on to punt, and Lamont Smith will do the punting duties there. Daniel Tolson back to receive this punt. He stands at the 50-yard line. Seen Lamont Smith use the, it's tough to say shank because it's not really a shank, but it's the misdirection punt. It has at least given the Gunners time to get down the field, but also made it a difficult return for Daniel Tolson. Punt by Smith, fielded cleanly by Tolson. To the east, Tolson tries to step towards the south. He's followed out of bounds by the punter, Lamont Smith. And a short field for Cretin-Derham Hall. They'll be set up in golden field position here in the 3rd quarter. Well, the sun has set here in Oakdale. And Daniel Tolson having no issues as he had on the first 2 kicks that he fielded, fielding that one. Turned it into quite the big return. And the ball will be right at the red zone on the 20. First down and 10. Dale Thompson stands to the right of the quarterback, Isaac Johnson. Thompson tries the left side. Not much more to it than that as the ball originally spotted at the 15, not the 20. He goes down to the 10, does Johnson. And that sets up 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Scoreline being what it is, I wouldn't be surprised if we see run heavy. High water mark in points for Cretin-Derham Hall this year was 69. They scored that. A pretty nice game for themselves against St. Paul Central in a 69-0 shutout. Second and 5. And off. Thompson runs right into the arms of Emmanuel Oyasanmi, as well as Lamont Smith.
Thompson, the ball carrier for the
Further
Raiders.
for his efforts. Pushes him back a couple of yards. In fact, it pushes him back 5.
3rd and 9 for
It'll be 3rd and a long 9 for Tartan to defend in the shadow of their own end zone. Best starting field position today for either team. It's on this drive right now for Cretin-Derham Hall. Third down and 9. Barajas in motion. Stutters, and then we'll go back. The screen set for Thompson. Tries the left side. Thompson towards the end zone, towards the pylon, and short of the line to gain in terms of the end zone, but well over the line to gain for a fresh set of downs. It's goal to go for Cretin-Derham Hall. Misdirection by Barajas opens up space on the screen for the left side. And Jadale Thompson
results in a first down, 1st and goal.
So close to the touchdown, but will settle for the first down. Goal to go at the 1. Direct snap to Thompson to the left side. He steps in easily for his second touchdown of the night. Raiders add to their lead. And another touchdown on the board makes it 55-6. Now no need for the quarterback in that short yardage situation. Direct snap to Jadale Thompson. That gives him 10 rushing touchdowns on the year. All sorts of space to the left side. Great pull by the offensive line. Great pull by the receivers on their blocks as well. Creating that extra space for Jadale Thompson. He carries it into the end zone for 6 points. 8th attempt on the point after try for Chimadesa. That kick is up. That kick, too, is good. 56-6. Cretin-Derham Hall in front of the Tartan Titans tonight. Section standings as this game winds on. And Cretin-Derham Hall and Tartan in that 2-3. I would be very surprised if this is not a postseason matchup again in Section 4-5A. Matamidi currently leading that with that overall record of 4-0. Memory serves, this is a coach's seeding section. So Matamidi, who has really had the stranglehold on the section for quite some time. Tartan has had their time. Cretin-Derham Hall has had their time in other sections in Class 5A. Now it's just a question of those top 3 teams, which ones will be in that section final come November. I feel like it's a long way to November, but at the same time it's not. See the indications of it now. Trees changing from green to yellow to red to orange. Winter's coming soon. Varner has no time and no ability to return it on this attempt. Ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. Titans will take over 1st and 10. Here with 3:47 left to go in this 3rd quarter of play. Other scores right now, let's go. We went 5A, we went 6A. Let's go 4A. Let's see what's going on in Class 4A tonight. Minneapolis North over St. Paul Johnson, 38-12. Elsewhere, Grand Rapids still leading Hermantown at Centricity Stadium by a score of 19-13. We've seen flashes, seen little glimpses into what a Titan offense can be. Having a touchdown on their last drive, that will go the opposite direction. And the Raiders showing no quit football. Mateo Verdeja, sophomore linebacker, in on the stop. Nothing doing on this one. As Verdeja, first one in the backfield, unblocked. How about that? 2nd down and 11. Titans will march back to the line. Players in the backfield for Tartan. Anthony Clabe Bakri is the fullback ahead of Malik Hassan. And in motion, Hassan Able to bump it back out to the outside, try to lower the shoulder. But 6 Raiders in on the area, combined for this stop.
Number 6.
And this will be a 3rd down and long upcoming for the Tartan Titans. Of course, winter sports are also not too far behind. High school hockey beginning soon. High school basketball beginning soon. Wrestling as well. In the not too distant future. 3rd down and 11. Who has a couple in the backfield with him? There's Malik Hassan. Rolls out to the right. Looking for a target. Fires it deep down the field. That ball is incomplete. Intended for Joseph Varner. Pair of Raiders in coverage. Daniel Tolson among them. Elias Purcell as well. It's incomplete. It's 4th down. Nice little bootleg run by Ooh. Nice throw, but as the story has been tonight for the Tartan Titans, the plays are there, the designs are there, concept is there. The next thing, the Titans is simple, execution. Lamont Smith to punt. Here on 4th and 11, Daniel Tolson is back right at midfield to return the punt delivered by Lamont Smith. Punt is away. Sidewinder. This will be another favorable spot for Cretin-Derham Hall. As our side judge goes right to the 40-yard line, he will stand there, and that is where they will take over, will the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, 56-6 here in the 3rd quarter of play. You know, Cretin-Derham Hall oftentimes is referred to as just Cretin. It's a name that really isn't necessarily applicable anymore. Again, there's a dash in there, and so Cretin-Derham Hall, you'd figure there'd be 2 things. Well, remember, Cretin High School was named for Joseph Cretin, the first Catholic bishop of St. Paul, while Durham Hall High School was named for Hugh Durham, a Minnesota farmer who donated money to start an all-female Catholic boarding school. And so when those schools combined, Cretin High School and Durham Hall High School, that's where the name Cretin-Derham Hall comes in. Once a boys' school and a girls' school, now unified. So there are people, of course, in the Highland Park range of St. Paul, and those who are connected to the Archdiocese of St. Paul, Minneapolis, and the Brothers of the Christian Schools and the Sisters of the St. Joseph of Carondelet, that would say that, well, if you call it Cretin, that's not accurate. There are people that will live and die by that sword, live and die by that tone. With a full name, Cretin-Derham Hall. Once at a time, speaking with principal, I believe she's still the principal, Mona Passman at Cretin-Derham Hall, that there were a lot of times where she would go to a sporting event where Cretin-Derham Hall was represented, and the announcer, the broadcaster, whoever would say Cretin, and she would just get upset by it because it's not the name of the school. What are some other kinds like that? I had one at Division I, California Baptist, where commonly referred to as Cal Baptist, but that, well, don't tell them that. Don't tell the Lancers that. It's California Baptist in its entirety. Don't want to upset anybody out there, that's for sure. But there are others, of course, RPI, RIT, the ones that you refer to by the acronyms rather than just saying the full-fledged name of the school. I don't think anyone wants to say Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute over and over again. That doesn't sound fun to me. Well, stylization thing, well, if you want to follow it, it's up to you. But in the case of Cretin-Derham Hall, well, the name itself tells the story. 1st down and 10 for the Raiders. Change at quarterback for Cretin-Derham Hall. Gavin Russell is into the game, and the first handoff by Russell goes backwards. Ball was given off to Shahid Suggs, a sophomore wide receiver. That ball goes all the way back for a big loss. It'll be 2nd down and long. Presumably Isaac Johnson's day is done. Gavin Russell, that'll be just his 7th pass attempt for Russell on the year. It's his 5th completion. He's had previous appearances so far, has Russell, in 2 games so far for Cretin-Derham Hall this year. My assumption would be in their big blowout wins. 2nd and 16. Russell hit as he throws. Ball goes incomplete. As Great pressure by Tartan. The ball went right into the back of Xavier Washington. The pressure gets home to the quarterback and forces the incompletion. How about that? Talked about mismatches, Cretin-Derham all over Tartan. Well, this time that's a pretty big mismatch on the left side of the line. And a great jump by Lamont Smith to force the incompletion. Third down and long for Gavin Russell and the Cretin-Derham Hall offense. The line to gain is the Tartan 30-yard line. Can't imagine in a 50-point game we'd see the offense stay on the field if it gets to fourth down, but I've seen stranger things. Suggs went in motion. A handoff. Ball goes right to the running back. Pedro Yana is a senior running back. He will lose 2 yards. It will be fourth down and quite long. They'll give him an extra yard back. It'll be 4th and 17. It looks like the punt unit for the first time is on for Cretin-Derham Hall tonight. So they'll try to pin the Tartan Titans back deep. Joseph Varner is the returner. He will go back to the 15-yard line. And for the first time today, we get to see not the kickoff ability of John Seablum, but the punting ability of John Seablum for Cretin-Derham Hall. Varner stands at the 15. Seablum awaits the punt. Very long pause now as the Raiders are on the line ready for the punt. Ball's a line drive. Varner will wave for it. He'll call it for the fair catch. He'll field it for the fair catch at the 15-yard line. The Titans will take over with 22 seconds to go here in this third quarter of play, trailing Cretin-Derham Hall by a score of 56-6. And not many times, I showed you our graphic before, in terms of recent memory, Tartan has played Cretin-Derham Hall just 4 times in the last 5 years. You could argue that in sports, if anything, you now have the post-COVID era of that key definer of time in sports at any level, really. First down and 10 for the Tartan Titans at their own 15-yard line. At quarterback, still Isaac. Oh, he's gotten the lion's share tonight. Will go under center. Sends Varner in motion across the formation from west to east. Handoff, Hassan. Hassan attacks the hole, has a first down. He's down to the 27-yard line. Clock will stop as the chains will be moved. The Titan first down at the 27-yard line.
Play results in the Tartan first down.
We'll see if Titans are able to get off a play here in this third quarter. The horn will sound here in Oakdale, and that will end the third quarter of play. Titans get on the board, but still trail Cretin-Derham Hall 56-6 after 36 minutes of play here in Oakdale. Final quarter of play coming up next. You're on your home for Tartan Titan Athletics, Suburban Community Channels, TV 19.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
At 828 Greenway Avenue North in Oakdale, Minnesota, the Tartan Titans call that address home. They trail Cretin-Derham Hall tonight by a score of 56-6. We are in a running clock time, as the Raiders have scored early and often, and they look to cruise to their 4th victory of the year. Handoff on first down. This ball is carried by Malik Hassan. No further. Looks like he got back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Tartan High School opened its doors to students in 1971 as a part of Independent School District 626. In terms of its makeup, since opening in 1971, it's grown to more than 1,800 students, supported by 120-plus teachers, administrators, aides, custodians, and administrative assistants, and other support staff. currently has a graduation rate of 88%. That's pretty good, I would say. And of course, there is the quality of the drinking water here in Oakdale. It's been much talked about. We'll save that for another time. And off on second down. The gain was picked up. That ball was carried by Marcus Anderson. He'll get all the way down to the 34-yard line. The Titans will have 3 yards to gain here on third down. Notable alumni for the Tartan High School. There are 4 listed on the Wikipedia page for Tartan High School. One of them is something called KC, who is a singer and songwriter who was born in 1997. Patricia Mueller, born in 1981, is a politician and educator, and a member of the Republican Party of Minnesota, serving in the House of Representatives in Minnesota since 2021. On the play action, pass is complete to the outside. Looking for space is Anthony Clay Bakri as first down yardage gain, and these naked bootlegs have worked so well for the Titans tonight, just looking for that final effort to turn it into a big play. I love this play call by Tartan. I love how they're working it. And really, I'd like to see the Titans continue to do so. Also, a gentleman by the name of Tu Zhang was a member of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor, representing District 44. His Wikipedia page says that he was born in 1989 or 1990, so how about that? Then a comedian by the name of Bill Young. So, now you know. First down and 10. Handoff. Anderson hits the hole across the 45. See where they spun him down. It'll be at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 9 for Anderson into Cretin-Derham Hall territory. Metro East Conference, as it currently is constituted, contains a handful of teams: Hastings, Hail Murray, Matamidi, North High School, Simley, South St. Paul, St. Thomas Academy, Two Rivers, and of course, Tartan Senior High School. Second down and 1. As the Titans approach the line here with 8:56 left to go in the fourth quarter of play. Cretin-Derham Hall 56, Tartan 6. And off to Anderson. Hits the left side of the hole, has first down yardage down to the 40-yard line. Chains will move for Cretin-Derham Hall. They have to go back further in the shadow of their own goalpost. First down and 10 for the Titans at the 40-yard line for Cretin-Derham Hall. Taking a look again at scores as games continue to go final and work towards going final in Class 5A. In the Minnesota State High School League, Southwest Lakers leading the Teddies of Roosevelt in Minneapolis City Conference play 28-0. That one goes on. It's the final. Elk River 51 over Cambridge Isanti 51-19 tonight. Still in progress in Spring Lake Park. Panthers leading Robbinsdale Armstrong 21-7. And Bemidji extends their lead over Brainerd 30-6. Rolling out of the pocket. Looks for a chance to fire the ball. Pass is thrown, and the pass is complete. As finds a open receiver in Emmanuel Oyasanmi. A nice catch made by the sophomore wide receiver for Tartan. He picks up 9 yards. Play action once again, and this time Oyasanmi is able to hold on. Withstands the pressure and the coverage delivered by Liam Doyle, the defensive back for Cretin-Derham Hall. Check our 6A scoreboard coming up next. See what's going on across the metropolitan area tonight. Bad snap. Got to. Hassan tries to turn something out of this. He will go backwards. The snap was fumbled. The last player on the turf was Rowan Durning for Cretin-Derham Hall, the sophomore. Second time tonight that and Hassan have had trouble with the snap. But this time it does not hurt. Be third down and long. Officially on the scoreboard here in Oakdale, third down and 16. Final in Moorhead, Maple Grove 56, Moorhead 14. Centennial over Rogers today. The North Metro battle, 36-0 at Rogers High School. Third down and 16. The pitch to Hassan. Hassan tries to follow the blocking to the 40. He will be tackled past the 40 at the 39.
Hassan, the ball carrier for the Titans.
And 4th down and 9. Most likely the offense will go for it here for Tartan. As the clock continues to wind here, 6:15 and counting in regulation time. Still level at 14 in Minnetonka as the Skippers of Minnetonka taking on Eden Prairie and the Eagles tonight. Medina 21-14 lead over St. Michael Albertville. Mounds View has opened up a 2-score lead against East Ridge. It's 14-0 and 18-3 Forest Lake leading over White Bear Lake. 4th down and 9. Line to gain for the Titans is the Raider 30. Under center. Send a man in motion. It's Varner coming to the near side. Play action. As the Raiders fooled. Looking to do something with it, trying to keep the play alive. He will go down. He's tackled in the backfield for a sack and a turnover on downs. Amir Shahid followed his man all the way through to the end. Brought him down for the sack and a turnover on downs. Shahid was so quick to disengage too from his blocker, creating that separation, working his way and making a fine play to end that drive for the Tartan Titans. Raiders back on offense. Clock continues to wind here. 5 minutes left to play in regulation time. Raiders today will improve to a record of 4-1. Tartan will fall to 3-2 with another difficult test next week on the other side, the east side of White Bear Lake, against the Matamidi Zephyrs. 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Gavin Russell gets his second drive today. He'll hand the ball off. This will be Pedro Llanes. He'll carry the ball forward across the 45 down to the 46-yard line. Pedro Llanes entered play tonight, 5 carries for 3 yards. Limited action playing time, just 2 games with recorded stats. Big shout out, of course, to Cretin-Derham Hall for keeping those updated stats. And making sure that whether it be us at Suburban Community Channels or broadcasters all across the state, NSPN and Town Square Television, 9 North, all the places alike, have accurate, up-to-the-date information. Llanes gets another hand up to the 49-yard line. And this will be 3rd down for Cretin-Derham Hall. And again, for Tartan, I think that if you were to look at this game and the scoreline, say it was a system failure. But I think if you took a look at the deeper play of this game came down to 2 things. Mismatches for Cretin-Derham Hall and execution on the opportunities that Tartan had. And so if I'm Tartan, if I'm the Titans, I say, keep doing what you're doing. You will be fine. Pass to the right side was complete on the outside edge, and a fine tackle made on that outside edge. As Kevin Wilson picks up the tackle, the receiver on the far side of the field was Jakai Cassiel. And unexpected certainly to see the pass thrown, but it's a bullet right to Castile as he picks up his 2nd reception on the calendar here. And a 1st down for Cretin-Derham Hall. 1st down and 10 at the 46-yard line for the Tartan Titans. Russell goes to the near side. Ball is close to the goal line and close to a lateral. It will go out of bounds. It will be a lateral. And as a result, it'll be a fumble that will push the yardage back. Got a great camera position for it, and you can see clear as day the ball thrown straight backwards. Intended for the receiver Isaiah Thom, but incomplete. And did not break the plane of the forward pass, and so as a result, incomplete for a fumble, and will be a loss of 6 yards. 2nd down and 16. Raiders back to the line. Gavin Russell. As Pedro Llanes in the backfield, sends Thom from the left to the tight end. Llanes the carry across midfield to the 49. And another third down for Cretin-Derham Hall. And even for Tartan, for Cretin-Derham Hall, the odds that these two teams will see each other again, I would say, is quite likely. Just with the way that Section 4, 5A is panned out. One of the teams will be the top team, whether that's Matamidi or Cretin-Derham Hall. You see the across-town score. Matamidi with a shutout going against Bloomington Jefferson in the fourth quarter. And so as much as Cretin-Derham Hall would like to believe certainly that they're the powerhouse in this section, Matamidi probably has designs on a similar idea. Raiders will go to the sideline. I imagine we'll take as much of the clock. A timeout will be called. And there will be that timeout taken with 39 seconds left to go in regulation time. Cretin-Derham Hall 56, Tartan 6 here in Oakdale. Well, again, today's broadcast crew here in Oakdale, Minnesota. It's been a great one per usual here on Suburban Community Channels TV 19. David Schuyler, Joe Sigourney, Michael Kadehi, Kenny Ronan, Flora Schur, and Liam Spillane.
Hallberg Engineering, J.W.'s Beer Stew,
Third down and 13.
Thank you for sponsoring Tartan football.
Raiders appear to go into victory formation. Out of the shotgun, rather. Teddy Faust is into the game at the quarterback position. High snap, bobbled, lost it. And a possession will go to Shahid Suggs. Suggs will follow blocking to the outside. Suggs has some space. Suggs to the right side. He's tackled out of bounds.
Shahid Suggs, the ball carrier for the Raiders.
What looked like a high snap on a final knee down. Shahid Suggs takes it and says, well, why not? Goes up the right side of the field and picks up a pretty good gain on the final play from scrimmage and adds to what was already a great night for the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders, an exclamation point on the Raiders Star as its own. Cretin-Derham Hall tonight, 56-6 the final. The Raiders win tonight in Oakdale over the Tartan Titans. There were a lot of great plays in today's matchup, most of them for Cretin-Derham Hall. But still, good opportunities and good things seen out of this Titan offense. The opportunities were there, just looking to take more advantage of them next time. Touchdowns were prevalent early, and the scoring got started very early on a pass from the quarterback Johnson. He was able to connect with his leading receiver, Dre Frierson-Hawley, for a touchdown in the opening drive of the game. Another pass that was completed and connected on by Sam Heath. He'll go over for a touchdown. We'd see that connection once more. We saw the first one again here. Dre Frierson-Hawley picks up his second receiving touchdown on the day. That made it 21-0. Titans on a fumble. Scooped up by Amari Muhammad. So he'll pick it up and run it back towards the end zone. Titans would have to go back and play a short field. The ball would be given to Jadale Thompson. He picked up his first of 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. That made it 28-0. Titans behind at the time. Raiders would add another, this time to a new target. Owen Welk, he gets a receiving touchdown. That made it 35-0. Cretin-Derham Hall in front over the Tartan Titans. Raiders would add another before the half. A long ball for Sam Heath. Second consecutive reception on a go-around for big number 2, the senior for Cretin-Derham Hall. It was 42-0 at the half. Opportunities for optimism for Cretin-Derham Hall. And opportunities now for Tartan. Malik Hassan carried it to the end zone for the touchdown. That put the Titans with their only points on the board, making it 42-6. Raiders would respond quickly. Owen Welk picks up another receiving touchdown. Carried that ball all the way into the end zone. It was 49-6. Then the final touchdown, a direct snap to Jadale Thompson. He picked up his second touchdown of the night, and that is how we got to our final score this evening in Oakdale. Raiders 56, Titans 6. So Cretin-Derham Hall goes to a record of 4-1 on the year. Tartan falls to 3-2, and 2 teams likely seem poised to meet each other again in the postseason. Well, today's broadcast has been brought to you on Suburban Community Channel's TV 19. The Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders and the Tartan Titans. 56-6 the final. For all of our great broadcast crew and all the great people here in Oakdale. For Joe Sigourney, Michael Kadehi, Kenny Ronan, Flora Scher, Liam Spillane, and Sports Director David Schuyler. For everybody watching, I'm Alex Westad. You've been watching Tartan Titan Football on your home for the Titans, Suburban Community Channel's TV 19. Hey, we'll talk again.